Beware the Planet of the Apes, issue number 4. That's right, folks. This is the finale to the book. And it does a little bit of retconning, and then retcons its retcon, so that's always fun. You must ask yourself the question, what are we doing? Turns out just having a little bit of a goof and a gaff for a bit, and then maybe changing the history of one of the most influential characters in the original story of Planet of the Apes. Maybe Nova knows more than she's leading on? Maybe? Possibly. So, it's a big war going on. The Gorilla City is fighting the humans that were living in Yankee Stadium. Cornelius and Zira are trying to find their nephew. And it ain't looking good. And as the fight is ensuing, it's Cornelius who's like, this is crazy. The world's gone mad. The Gibbons? What? The Gibbons? They're locked up. They're servants? They're prisoners? That's not cool. I can't allow that. So he breaks into, like, the Gibbons enclosure or just, like, where they lock up their slaves and's like, let's go. You're free. What are you waiting for? And then we see some of the action taking place and people are fighting. And it's pretty cool. Lucius manages to find Zira, gets her out of the way of the fight. And he kind of escaped because the guards went to go like fight in the ensuing battle and they're kind of okay with it. Nova is being attacked by a female gorilla who's just like choking her out, and she grabs an arrow and stabs the woman in like the head, killing her. Ivana is being strangled by like one of like the generals, and then she like controls the bugs to like crawl inside the gorilla, and it sends him away to like let go and run off. Terrifying and kind of cool. We then cut back to Cornelius, who's like yelling at the Gibbons like, you're free to go fight them, get out of here, can you even like escape, can you even speak? And the Gibbons speak, and I'm like, hey, that's kind of fun. We haven't really seen what they're up to. That'd be cool if they returned. That's kind of fun. They're like, no, they're so strong and we're not anything. There's too many of them. It's like, no, you have to work together. The power of friendship will compel you to beat those gorillas. We have to do it. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to take down like the tyranny that is this society. You can do it. I know you can. We must fight. You'll do it. I promise you can. And hey, that's kind of fun. I like that a lot. So things aren't looking too good. What's left of the humans and Nova's there too. They're like, all right, I guess this is our final stand to take them down. And that is when Cornelius leads the army of the Gibbons, and they fight back, and they're so strong in numbers. So you're like, wait, why are they worried about like their numbers then? It seems like there's a lot of them to take down the gorillas. But then the humans come in to help them. Like, yeah, let's like team up with the Gibbons and kill a bunch of these assholes. And that's what they do. They win the day. And of course they do, because why wouldn't they? Their numbers are many. They take down the gorillas. It's crazy. Now, I know a lot about the extended Planet of the Apes lore. Do we ever see the Gibbons do anything big again? I feel like we should spend more time with that, because it's kind of cool. Like another like subclass or subculture we could play with. It's kind of fun. Because they spoke. Some of them were speaking. So like that's something we could play with. Should do that. And then Ivana uses like her mind powers to like get the General Jarl to like help them all stand down so the Gibbons are free and like the battle's over. So, quick wrap up. But hey, that's what you gotta do in this book sometimes. You just gotta like keep it going, keep it fresh, get to the end quick and painless. You know, it's fine. Now what they have to do is decide what they're going to do with like the chimps and Nova. So when they take them back to their base, they figured out what they're going to do is find a way to stop them from risking the secret of their existence. So they're going to mind whammy all of the apes. But she's like, it's okay. Things are going to happen to you that is going to be very interesting to see. And we see like Ivana like showing herself like the visions of what's going to come in the timeline, which is the events of both the original story or the events of the original Marvel comic book. And that's like, look, I'm not going to tell you what's coming, but I'm just going to say it's pretty cool. It might like literally spawn a franchise. So that's kind of fun. Hey, okay. Mind whammy. You're not going to remember this place. You're going to wake up and remember that your nephew was like somewhere on the Forbidden Zone edges, and that's how you're going to get back home. As for Nova, should we wipe her mind too? Nah, let's leave it. So Nova is aware of these events in the canonical version of this universe, which is very interesting. It also, I guess, kind of justifies a lot of the stuff she's going to do later on in the book when we see, you know, Charlton Heston show up for a bit there. So yeah, that makes sense to me. I am not against that. I think it's interesting. She's a mute character anyway, so she can't truly articulate what she knows and that stuff. It's all going to be more like, here's a sexy lady who's just trying to do something that the man's distracted by because of her beauty. That's fine. So Cornelius, Lucius, and Zero make it back to Ape City. Dr. Ace is like, you guys have been gone a week. Of course I'm not going to believe a story that you just randomly found him in the Forbidden Zone and you got lost. It's like, that's the truth. I don't know what to tell you. That's what happened. And he's like, ugh, it's so stupid. I'm glad your nephew's safe, but I don't buy any of that crap. I don't buy any of that crap. It doesn't sound realistic to me. It's all dumb. He's like, oh my goodness. How do you deal with these chimps? It's so exhausting. And he's like, hey, what's that in the sky? Is that a falling star? Or is it a portent of things to come? And it's the spaceship. It's the spaceship with like Taylor and Dodge and the whole gang. And where it should say the end, it says the beginning, because now the real book is about to happen. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And then Marvel's like, here, buy some other cool epic collections of the books we have. And I'm like, yeah, they're good. Very interesting. I do like that we justify Zira and Cornelius going on this adventure by like, you just forgot you did it. But Nova did it, and she's doing her own thing now. So that's kind of fun. The Gibbon Revolution, I think that's kind of interesting. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Just a fun little thing to see happen. Kind of groovy. Kind of groovy. I dig it. I'm all in. Having a blast. We're doing some cool stuff. You love to see it. You love to see it happen. Woohoo. It's fun. So, Beware the Planet of the Apes issue number 4. I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.